This example will be very helpful in your next homework assignment because you will be asked to use the scanner to enter different types of data from the keyboard. Now, I also noticed that I had a little bit of misspelling here, so I'll just get rid of this. And in fact, let's demonstrate how we can insert a word dog or cat, which corresponds to entries 1 or 2, in the output here. So instead of printing your pet, we can print your dog or your cat. So let's perhaps what we can do, we can declare string printable type, and this will be the string that we will use to insert it with the word dog or cat. So perhaps what we can do is that we can say if type equals 1, we can assign this variable printable type, we can assign it to be a dog, and here we can say that if, just copy and paste, if type is 2, then we can say a cat. Okay, and now we can use this printable type and replace the pet part here. Just notice that when I want to split the string, I typically type 2 quotes and then plus plus and then insert what I'd like to insert right here. You probably noticed that there's something wrong with this because there's this nasty underline and there's some kind of message right here. And I know what this is because basically our input or our conditions to verify and assign dog or cat to the string are based upon the type. And the user is not forced to enter 1 or 2. The user could enter any number. Even negative number could be entered by the user. And so it may be so that they type something outside of range 1 and 2, and then this will not be true and this will be not true, and then we will end up with printable type which has never been properly initialized. So again, we've seen this problem before, and this is a very typical situation where you decide to have a variable and then you have some conditions to provide the value for it, and suddenly, because this is not enough to properly initialize it under all circumstances, you end up with this. Alright, so we need to fix this problem because this program will not compile as written. Just a quick observation that I'm trying to use this if statement, and the syntax of if statement is this if keyword, then the parentheses, which are mandatory part of if statement, and internally you provide a condition which can be true or false. So here a double equal sign is trying to verify whether type, which is an integer, which we got from the keyboard, equals to 1. Likewise, whether it equals to 2. So right here we don't have any issues. Everything is fine. So if the condition is true, then this will execute. If this condition is true, this will also execute. However, let's fix this logical error, which leaves us with another more technical problem, that it's possible that under certain conditions this variable is not initialized at all. So one way to fix it is to set it equal to, for instance, blank string. But that's not the way I'd like to do it. I think that what I can do, instead of checking 2 conditions, I will check just 1 condition and replace the second condition by the else part of the if statement, or this is an optional clause that you can have in if statement, and simply get rid of this So now it looks like this. So if can have an optional else part that says if this condition is not true, then this will work. So it's a mutually exclusive set of choices. If condition is true, this statement will execute. If condition is false, this statement will never execute, and instead this statement will execute, and vice versa. So now notice that this problem is now gone because we are doing if this or something else, and both situations should be taken care of. Let's run this with this new element, this little check for condition, and just to make sure that everything is working as expected. Once again, just my same inputs, and look that now it recognizes this should be a dog's name. All right, so it works. Notice how many times we use this equal sign in different situations. So here, this is a double equal sign, and it has to be entered as a single token. So for example, you cannot insert a space here. This would be a syntax error. This is not allowed. This is the place, by the way, where you cannot split an operator, this comparison for equality operator. It's not an assignment, so you have to use two equal signs without any spacing between them.